You just sat down to eat. The plate is full, but what's on it is not chicken, not beef. Imagine it's something else entirely. Every culture has a taboo so strong, just mentioning it feels wrong. But for most of human history, this taboo didn't exist. Eating other humans wasn't rare. It was normal. Archaeologists found human bones with cut marks. Like animal bones, dozens of sites. Every continent, same pattern. The real question isn't if they did it. It's why they stopped. Hit subscribe. This story isn't for dinner parties. The word cannibal comes from the Carib people. Columbus heard stories of them eating their enemies. The Spanish used cannibales for anyone who did the unthinkable. But the Carib weren't the exception. They were the last example of something much older. Modern society calls cannibalism the ultimate taboo, the worst thing a human can do. But biology has no taboos. Biology has calories, protein, fat, survival. A human body is about 125,000 calories of meat. When did this become shocking? For 99% of human history, it wasn't. In 1994, Spanish archaeologists made a stunning discovery. At Gran Dolina in the Atapuerca Mountains, they found human remains. 900,000 years old. The bones had cut marks, unmistakable, the same marks you'd find on deer bones after butchery. Stone tools made these cuts. The cuts match exactly where meat is removed, where bones are cracked for marrow. This wasn't murder. This was dinner. Someone butchered another human and ate them. Atapuerca is not an isolated case. Similar finds across England, France, Germany, Africa, North America, everywhere. At Gough's Cave in England, skulls became cups. Bones split open for marrow 15,000 years ago. The Marquesas Islands, the Anasazi, the Maori, the four in Papua New Guinea, every culture. Your ancestors almost certainly practiced cannibalism. You might think, those were rituals, not food. Some of them were ritual, you're right, but most of the evidence points to something simpler: survival. At the same sites, animal bones were processed identically. Same tools, same technique, same cooking. A human thigh has as much meat as a deer leg. A human brain has the same calories as a pig brain. In the Marquesas, human and pig bones were mixed in the same trash pile. No distinction. When you're hungry, food is food. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. Not all cannibalism was about hunger. At Moulin-Guercy in France, something different was found. Neanderthal remains, 100,000 years old. Cut marks, yes. But the bones were carefully arranged. Skulls separated from bodies, jaws removed. This was a ritual, not a meal. Someone prepared these bodies carefully before consumption. The animal bones at the same site were processed differently. Animals were butchered for food. Humans were butchered for something symbolic. The Neanderthals were doing something cultural. Eating a person was a way to absorb their power, their knowledge, their spirit. You didn't eat your enemy because you were hungry. You ate them to become them. The Wari people of Brazil took this further. They practiced endocannibalism, eating their own dead out of respect. They believed it was the ultimate act of love. If we don't eat them, they won't be with us anymore. The most disturbing evidence isn't in the ground. It's in your DNA. In the 1950s, scientists found a strange disease in Papua New Guinea. They called it kuru. It made people laugh uncontrollably. Then they couldn't walk. Then they died. Kuru is a prion disease, like mad cow disease. It destroys the brain by folding proteins wrong. No cure, no treatment, only death. The four people had an epidemic because of funerary cannibalism. Women and children ate the brains of deceased relatives. Over 2,700 people died between 1957 and 2019. The practice stopped in the 1960s. But kuru incubates for 50 years. Then scientists found something incredible. Some four people had a genetic mutation. It made them immune to kuru. They could eat infected brains safely. Researchers tested this mutation globally. They found it in 20% of people worldwide. The mutation is concentrated in regions with a history of cannibalism. You have a 1 in 5 chance of carrying this gene right now. Let's reconstruct what this actually looked like. Not a horror movie. A Tuesday. You're in a group of 30 people. 200,000 years ago, someone died last night. An old woman, respected, loved. Bury her. Worms get her. Leave her, hyenas. Eat her, she stays with you. Forever, the tribe gathers. Someone brings a sharp stone blade. The body is carefully butchered. Meat divided by kinship. This is a funeral, not violence. Grief, hunger, tradition, all together. The brain goes to the eldest, seat of wisdom. The heart goes to the warriors, for courage. The feast lasts hours. Stories are told. Songs sung. An outsider would call this cannibalism. The participants would call it love. The line is thin. If cannibalism was so normal, why did we stop? The answer isn't morality. The answer is prions. Every cannibalistic culture eventually faced the same problem. Someone ate the wrong brain, and people started dying. Prions incubate for decades. You eat today, die in 30 years. No one connects the cause. The practice continues. But eventually, cultures noticed the pattern. People who ate humans died younger. The taboo wasn't natural. It was learned. Thousands of years of trial and error. We didn't stop because we became moral. We stopped because it killed us. The cannibalism taboo is a public health success story. The reason was simply forgotten over time. Today, your meat comes wrapped in plastic. You never saw the animal alive. Civilization is only 10 zeros and years old. Cannibalism is at least 900,000 years old. Before agriculture, before cities, before God, there was hunger, and hunger has no morality. Your ancestors survived ice ages, predators, and each other. The 20% with the prion gene, your ancestors ate humans. The 80% without it, your ancestors stopped earlier. Either way, you're here. Were ancient humans cannibals? Yes. But what does that say about us? Survival is the original morality. Every taboo has a history. Subscribe for more.